Hello, my name is Marin and welcome to the Palma Pioneer Pantry. Today we're going over week 7 of the Pantry Challenge. I can't believe we're almost done. This week was a little bit of a short week meals wise because on Sunday we had a family party, on Monday we ate leftovers, and then on Tuesday my husband and I went out for Valentine's Day. It was a special day, so we decided that was okay. But let's get started with Wednesday's dinner. On Wednesday, I decided to try a crock-pot chicken pot pie recipe. I looked at a couple different recipes and eventually I just added a quart of canned chicken with the broth, a chopped onion, a few chopped carrots, and 2 cans of condensed cream of chicken soup with herbs. I put it all in the crock pot on low. So I have been cooking this for nearly 6 hours now, probably about 5 hours. And it just keeps getting more and more watery, not thickening up. So I am going to take a fork and shred the rest of this chicken. And then we have some leftover rice that's been in the fridge for far too long. And so I am going to put that in here as well to try to thicken this up a little bit. I will still be baking the biscuits that I made to go with it, but I just feel like this is just far too watery, so we'll see how it turns out. So this is what it ended up looking like. Adding the rice definitely thickened it up, but I think it was actually too much rice. It still tasted okay, but I definitely want to try this again and figure out another way to thicken it besides adding rice. Thursday was tacos as usual. On Friday, I made grilled ham and cheese sandwiches and opened a can of mixed veggies. We didn't like these on their own very much, so I think I'll stick to using them in soups and stews from now on. I got these chicken drumsticks on sale the last time I was at the grocery store and decided to use some of them for dinner tonight. The ones I'm not using today got put in a Ziploc bag for later. I sort of followed a recipe for the seasonings, but I didn't measure them. First I added olive oil, then I added onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and salt. The recipe I read did recommend tossing it in the bowl like this, but I found that it didn't really spread the seasonings out evenly. Next time, I think I would mix the seasonings separately and then rub them onto the drumsticks individually. I laid the drumsticks out in a baking pan and put them in the oven on 425 for about 35 minutes. We're gonna have pasta with our dinner tonight, and I have had this whole wheat spaghetti for long enough that I'm starting to worry it might go rancid. I was just going to cook all of it, which is why I tried pouring it into the pot like this and spilled it everywhere. But once I saw it in the pot, I decided it was too much and we'll have to eat the rest of it another time soon.
I still have a couple of cans of ragu pasta sauce in my pantry, so I decided to heat up some of that as well. Since this is whole wheat pasta, I decided to add some oil to the water to help it not stick together too much, and salt to help it not boil over. If you watched my pantry tour, you know that I help my parents make grape juice every year. We try to limit ourselves to about a quart a week, and I usually just serve it with some ice. Our go-to vegetable is broccoli steamables. I always microwave it for longer than recommended so that it's soft enough for our son to easily eat. I also always check my chicken with a meat thermometer in a few different places just to make sure it's all the way done. Once the pasta and chicken were done, I turned off the oven and the burner on the pasta and turned up the burner on the pasta sauce so that could be hot when I took everything to the table. And this is what dinner looked like on the table. The chicken ended up being almost, well, really too spicy for me. I was able to eat it after taking the skin off, but even just what rubbed off on my pasta burned my mouth. So that was week 7 of the Pantry Challenge. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below on a recipe you think we should try. Our next Pantry Challenge video, which will be our last Pantry Challenge video, is going to come out on Saturday next week instead of on Wednesday, because I want to include the last couple of days of February in that video. If you are new to the Pantry Challenge or just want to get caught up on what we did for this year's Pantry Challenge, I will leave a playlist right here. If you want to follow along with us and see the other adventures we're going to get up to, please subscribe. And thank you for being here with me on the Palma Pioneer Pantry.